GameStop, it's time. Shipwreck said that he's got the best analogy to explain this.
I did not say it was the best. I just
Oh,
said
the worst analogy.
Okay, so let's go into this assuming that I know nothing.
Okay,
I don't know how stocks work.
Okay, so you don't know.
I know that they're used for making soup.
That's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good start.
Is the analogy involve soup at all?
No, it involves something that Wombat understands, though.
Okay.
A Ubisoft game. So we're going to start to just understand just the base principles here of what happened here. So, and this is, there's plenty of holes in this analogy, but this is a good enough part. So let's say, Wombat, there was this Ubisoft game coming out.
Pay attention, Wombat. Don't look at the chat.
You know the thing about Ubisoft games, right? Like you're going to drop in price pretty quickly, right? So you know that you're planning on that. So in this hypothetical situation, GameStop, we're going to say, is the only place that has this Ubisoft game. All right. So you're going to go to Ubisoft and being the savvy asshole that you are, you're going to say, I'm going to take all those off your hand, GameStop. Give me all those $60 Ubisoft games. We're just going to break it down on a 1 unit basis here. So you're going to say, give me that one $60 Ubisoft game.
Yep.
And they're going to say, wait a second, we need some collateral here. You don't want to pay for that. You just want to say, hey, let me borrow that game here.
Right.
And so they're like, okay, give me $5 in your dog. You're like, all right, that sounds fair. You hold on to my dog. In 30 days, I'll bring you this copy of this Ubisoft game back to you. Because within that 30 days, it's going to drop. And so what you're going to do, after you take that copy that you bought, you're going to immediately go to Cheapy and go, hey, I got that game you can't find anywhere. I'll sell it to you for $60 here. So
shouldn't I sell it for like $45?
No, you got to sell it at fair market price. You're gonna sell it for $60.
Okay.
All right. So how much are you out at this point, Wombat?
Well, now I wouldn't be out anything because the game is $60.
Right. You're out $55 in a dog so far.
Okay.
Your dog's gonna come back though. Don't worry.
$5 in a dog.
Yeah, $5.
You're up 55. Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
You're up $55.
Right.
So 25 days into this, like clockwork, Best Buy has the game for $30.
Okay.
So you go and you buy the game for $30. You're like, it's time to take back and make do and get my dog back. So you take that back to GameStop and you give them your copy of the Ubisoft game. Right?
That's it.
So
Go on.
Yeah.
This is going to be going.
You give it back.
This is significally more complicated.
Yeah, it's got to be more complicated
than like the analogies that I've read.
I need to hear how it finishes though. So what?
Right. So you're up $25 in the end, and you get your dog back. That's the best case scenario here. You've thought through all of this. This is how you've done your successful short sale.
Right. But how come the stock went up so much?
That's because of the second scenario.
Yeah.
Second scenario, Wombat buys the game. He sells it to you for $60. Same way.
Yeah.
He's up $55.
Yeah.
But then suddenly there's a shortage of the game.
Yeah.
Best Buy has it, but they're selling it for $100.
Right.
And that's the only place he can get it.
To give it back to GameStop.
To give it back to GameStop.
When it's due
so
back
it's been 30 days. Wombat's got to buy this game for $100 or he's not getting his dog back. And GameStop's going to come hunting for him.
Yeah. See, that was a better.
Well, he had to get there first.
Your failed short was better than your.
I had to explain how to get the correct short in the first place because people do that on CAG. It's called flipping. On CAG, it's a little bit cleaner there, but that's the general idea. So
that is the general. Yes, that's a much better. That's a good way to describe
it. So who are the Redditor? Who are the
games.
Retail traders on Reddit who are driving up the price in this analogy?
They are most likely the same people that are causing all the other stuff on social media. So in the analogy, who is it?
In your analogy, yeah.
In the analogy, it's other scalpers that are buying up the game to cause the false value of this game.
Right.
So it would be the scalpers that are driving up prices, and that's essentially what's happening here with the GameStop stock.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Good enough.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's essentially what's going on here
Yeah.
without the full details of it. But
And also, I think it's worth mentioning, even though we're talking about this on a video game podcast, and sort of, and the stock in question is GameStop stock. This literally has zero to do with video games or
Yep.
GameStop.
Except the meme part.
it does a little bit, I think, in this case. Like, it just so happens that it has to be GameStop because this is the gamer side of the internet, that evil gamer side.
That's true. I understand what you're saying. I think that if it wasn't GameStop, it wouldn't have hit the zeitgeist as quickly as it has.
Right. It maybe wouldn't have happened to the extent that it did.
Yeah, if they went first with, because I saw the list of the top 10 shorted stocks, and if they went first with Tootsie Roll, for instance, which is
it's
on
not
the
going to
list,
hit. It's not
I don't
going to
think
hit.
that's going to hit. I would like to see Tootsie Roll succeed, but also it kind of bums me out that this wasn't done. What was it, 3 years ago for Toys R Us?
Well, this doesn't help them in any way. This if anything,
Yeah.
hurts them.
Well, Toys R Us went closed down because it was shorted, and the hedge fund that took it over broke it off into pieces and sold it. So if that hedge fund was driven into bankruptcy before they could do that to Toys R Us, which was profitable at the time, we would still have Toys R Us. So I disagree.
Well, it's a different scenario. I mean, it's the only thing about that that's similar is that, yes, the hedge funds in the way they are shorted is bad.
Yeah.
But this scenario, it's not going to change GameStop's fate, right? It might accelerate it a little bit. It might not.
Well, the difference is that GameStop isn't owned by a hedge fund at this point, as far as I know, right? But Toys R Us was. So if it was able to drive that hedge fund out of business without driving Toys R Us out of business because the stock was owned by the public, then Toys R Us would still exist in my scenario.
It's all Mitt Romney's fault.
It is Mitt Romney's fault. He killed the dog.
He killed
didn't
Jeffrey.
even get his
He killed
dog
Jeffrey.
back. He killed the dog and the giraffe.
Yep.
People are asking what the dog represents in the analogy. The dog represents the collateral that the broker is going to want for you to borrow their stocks.
I thought the dog represented industry, and the industry, my friend, was a revolution.
Yeah. I just came up with something that Wombat would put up to get the $60 game.
I think the unfortunate part for you is that I kind of understood it before you went into it.
Yeah. Oh no, I know that. I know you understand this stuff.
I wish I understood it more before I sold my GameStop stock.
You know what? You did fine.
I did fine, but I could have done a lot more fine.
I know you could have done a lot more fine, but at the end of the day,
I'm not
you
a
did fine.
gambler, and I
Yeah.
just I don't. The stuff I like is cheap anyway.
You'll be fine. I'm gonna say
It's better that I
unequivocally-
didn't make too much money because it would just make Wombat more annoying. He would be
Why would it
spending
make me more
because you
annoying?
would be I feel like you would be spending the big windfall for me.
How would I spend your money?
In your mind you would be spending it, and then it would be mostly in your mind, but every once in a while it would get full, and then it will come out your mouth.
Like
just-
what? You should buy a new TV, and look, you got one.
No, not I should buy a new TV. You should buy me a new TV.
I don't need you to buy me a new TV. I'm
I'm just fucking around, but also serious completely.
I have a new TV. I even have a new Xbox. You can see it,
You got it all, and 2 new cars.
and 2 new cars.
It's like
Anyway.
a Price is Right showroom over there.
And it is like a Price is Right.
The
Package
Showcase
A
Showdown.
has the nice car, and Package B has the not as nice car. Yeah,
But you bid well.
I did. You know what?
You got
I was-
both showcases.
Oh my god! When I went there, I needed to have the title for the Fiesta, which I never had. I can actually keep very good track of my files. I never got the title. I had something else, but I looked it up because I was like, "How much would it cost to replace this if I can't find it?" And it cost $20 to replace the title if I lost it from my car.
Well, you wouldn't have had the title for your car.
That's what I thought the same thing too, because I hadn't finished paying it off yet. Apparently in New York you're supposed to get it, but I think they were pulling my leg anyway. I go
fuck
there and the not my usual guy who I had to talk to the next day is like, well, it's $85. And I go, but I looked it up yesterday. I know it costs $20. He goes, well, we charge $85. I go,
Did you do a short sale on that one?
I said to him, well, I don't need a new car.
And you need how about $25?
I said no. I said 20 or I walk. And guess how
Damn.
much I paid? The 20. I know. Isn't that a good story?
Yep.
That was my big negotiation.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
2 months later, they have it all back.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, it's stupid to fight me over this. You're gonna get your $65. So.
All right, listen, some more Wombat's fortnightly news. There's some more things here, Wombat.
Mm-hmm.
Vicarious. Well, this is where you read the news.
Vicarious Visions is being merged into Blizzard
Mhm.
Entertainment.